Speaking like a CEO and having executive communication isn't about being the loudest in the room or pounding your fist on the table. It's about speaking with clarity, enthusiasm, and confidence while actually connecting with your audience. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. I'll share 5 simple but powerful strategies to help you speak like a CEO, whether you're in a meeting or giving a presentation or leading your team. So let's get into it. First, remember that executive level communication is all about clarity. Your main goal is to make sure everyone understands your message without any confusion. Well, the key to achieving this, let's keep it simple. Here's how. Start by using basic, straightforward language. CEOs don't need to throw around big, complicated words to prove that they're smart. Everyone already assumes that they are. What's far more effective is making sure that your team understands the plan clearly without any guesswork. So avoiding unnecessary jargon unless you're 100% sure that your audience will understand it. So for example, if you're speaking to a technical team, using industry-specific terms might be fine. But in most cases, plain language just works best. A great tip for simplifying your message is to stick to the rule of 3. Share no more than 3 key points at a time. And this keeps your message clear, digestible, and makes it easier for your audience to follow. And don't forget to be direct. Say what you mean without beating around the bush. So for instance, instead of saying something full of buzzwords like,
we should consider optimizing our processes to enhance efficiency.
Simplify it. Just say, let's find ways to work faster and smarter. Clarity isn't about sounding impressive. It's about ensuring your message lands effectively with your audience. The second hack to command any room like a top executive is to speak with enthusiasm. Great leaders are remembered for their energy and for their charisma. And I want you to think about it. Most of the time, people don't remember exactly what you said. They remember how you made them feel. And that's where enthusiasm comes in. It's contagious. It draws people in. It inspires them to believe in your vision, and it motivates them to take action. If you bring enthusiasm into your communication, you can boost your team's morale almost effortlessly. Here's how. Start by using positive, motivating language. So focus on what's possible and exciting. Simple changes in your word choice can instantly make your message more uplifting and engaging. So for example, instead of saying,
we've been behind in this project and we need to catch up,
you could reframe it as, we've made progress, and with a little extra effort, we can crush this deadline and deliver something amazing. That subtle shift in tone and that wording turns a problem into an opportunity and motivates your team. Next, make it relatable. Share personal stories or experiences that your audience can connect with. These moments help build a stronger emotional connection and make your message resonate on a deeper level. So for instance, if you're pitching a big idea, you could share a story of a time when maybe a bold decision really paid off. So something like, I remember when we took a risk on that small marketing campaign and it ended up bringing our biggest client to date. This idea has the same potential. I really believe that it's worth a shot. But the part that most people overlook, your tone of voice. The way that you say something can completely change how your audience absorbs it. By adjusting the pitch, the tone, and the speed of your words, you can emphasize the key points in your message, making it impactful and easier for your audience to remember. Speaking with enthusiasm isn't just about the words that you choose, it's about the energy that you project and the connection that you create. When you combine positive language, relatable stories, and an engaging tone, your communication becomes magnetic. And that's how you command any room like a top executive. And before we get into the next hack, if you're wondering about what type of leadership role best suits your skills and personality, I've got something for you. So check out the link in my description for my 2-minute quiz to find out. And it's quick, it's easy, and can help you take the next step in your career. This brings us to the third hack, answering the why. Whenever someone is speaking, the audience is subconsciously asking themselves,
why does this matter? Why should I care? Why is this important?
If you don't answer those questions, your message can fall flat. When you do, you give people a reason to pay attention and, more importantly, a reason to act. So here's what I like to do. Anytime that I'm presenting an idea or asking somebody to do something, I use the word because. So for example, instead of saying,
please double check that document,
you could say, please double check this document because it's directly going to the client and we want to make sure that it's perfect. It's a small tweak and it might seem kind of obvious, but it adds a lot of clarity. It helps people understand the why behind your request and why it matters. By providing context and connecting your message to the bigger picture, you help your audience clearly see its value. This makes your message not only easier to understand, but also more actionable. It turns a simple statement into something meaningful, inspiring people to take action. The fourth hack is actually connecting with your audience. Great CEOs know that for their message to truly resonate, it needs to address their audience's needs, their wants, and their concerns. But before you can make that connection, you need to understand your audience. So take time to learn about them, their experiences, their challenges, their goals, and then bring in relatable stories to build that connection. So for example, let's say that you're proposing the idea of giving away free samples of a product. Instead of just saying,
We should give away free samples to attract more customers.
you could try framing it in a way that they could picture themselves in. So imagine that you're out shopping and a store offers you a free sample of something amazing. You try it, you love it, and suddenly you're buying it because you've experienced how great it is firsthand. This is exactly the kind of moment that we want to create for our customers. By sharing a relatable story, you tap into their emotions and making your message memorable and impactful. Just remember to always tie the story back to your message. Keep it relevant to their current situation so that it feels personal and it feels meaningful. When you know your audience, you use relatable examples, and you connect on an emotional level, your message doesn't just land, it inspires them to take action. And finally, hack number 5, invite input. Like I said earlier, speaking like a CEO isn't about being the loudest person in the room or trying to dominate the conversation. It's about creating a space where your team feels comfortable sharing ideas and building on yours. Sometimes people can be hesitant or shy about speaking up, but it doesn't have to be a big deal. After explaining your idea, just ask something simple like, what do you all think? Then pause. Give 8 to 10 seconds to process and respond. I know that sounds like a long time, but trust me, it works. If no one speaks up, that's completely okay. You can gently call on someone, like saying, hey, Sarah, what's your take on this? Once someone starts talking, it usually gets the conversation flowing, and then more people are going to join in. Here's an example. Let's say that you're in a meeting about launching a new product. After laying out your strategy, you might say, hey, do you think this approach makes sense? Is there anything that we're missing? This keeps the conversation open. Notice I didn't ask a yes or no question. And this also shows your team that their input matters. And don't forget, just because you're the leader doesn't mean that you'll always have the best ideas. Your team might spot something that you missed or build on your idea in a way that you hadn't thought of. Even more importantly, this kind of collaboration makes your team feel valued and engaged. When people know that their opinions matter, they're more invested in the outcome, which makes your team perform better. So don't just lead, listen. That's how you get the best out of your team and truly speak like a CEO. So let's recap. Commanding any room like a CEO comes down to these 5 simple strategies. Keep it simple to make your message clear. Speak with enthusiasm to inspire and motivate your audience. Answer the why to give your message purpose. And relate to your audience to create a deeper connection. And then invite input to spark better ideas and encourage collaboration. Practice these strategies and you'll not only sharpen your executive communication, but you'll also strengthen your presence as a leader. If you found this helpful, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more leadership tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.